Oh, hello there. I hope that you haven't been waiting too long. I'm very sorry about that. I'm also sorry if you heard any sort of screams coming from one of the other rooms. We had a very stubborn exorcism that needed to happen, so the wailing is to be expected, but it can be a bit unpleasant to listen to, I understand. Not to worry. The human has been extracted from our poor demon successfully, and the demon is now resting, so there shouldn't be any more crazy wailing. Perhaps a bit of moaning here and there, but it should be just fine. Anyway, I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. My name is Isadora Wrenne. You can just call me Isadora, or Dr. Wrenne, whichever you would prefer, I don't mind. Now, it's been a while since I've seen a moth person here. What seems to be the problem? Oh, it's all right. It's all right. There's no need to be nervous. I understand that you may have been in some situations previously where you were perhaps not given the proper care that you deserve. There are so many that misunderstand creatures like you, creatures of the dark, creatures of legend, lore. But here, in this place, you are safe. You will be treated with the utmost care and dignity, and given every available resource to make sure that you leave here feeling your very best. Now, if you would like, please let me know what seems to be the problem, and I'll see how I can help you best, alright? Oh, I see. Yes, you're kind. You are rather linked with omens of dangerous things about to happen, disasters and the like. I'm sure that prophetic vision can be a bit overwhelming. Yes, there has been quite a lot going on in the world right now. I can see how that would cause some disorientation and perhaps some wear in your vision. Okay, yes, well, I think then I would like to start with just getting a nice close look into your physical eyes and also looking beyond that into the more far-seeing eyes. Alright? And we'll see where we should go from there. Okay, wonderful. Just put my towel back here. Right, now I would like you to just pick a spot on the wall behind me, okay? I'm going to bring this candle a bit close to your eyes. You don't have to look at the light if you don't want to, especially if it hurts your vision. But I'm just going to try to look into your eyes, okay? Right, so just pick a spot over here, please. Just anywhere back there that you would like to look. I'm just going to bring this in a bit closely there. Alright. Okay, yes, I see. You don't have to look at the light or do anything, just keep focusing on that little spot that you picked, okay? I see. Okay. Alright, now I'd like you to pick a spot over on the other side, alright? I'm going to do the same thing on this eye over here. Interesting. Seem to be consensual response is not nearly as accurate as I would like it to be. Definitely some prophetic visions that have caused quite a lot of strain to your eyes. I'm sorry to hear that. Why don't I get some very special eye drops that I think are going to help, okay? Just a moment. There we are. These should be just what we need. Now these are a very special type of eye drop. They will help to soothe any sort of irritation in your eyes, strain, redness, that sort of thing. But more importantly, these are going to temporarily block any sort of premonitions, psychic visions, anything like that. I think that you, my friend, could perhaps use a little bit of a break from seeing all of the disasters in the world. How does that sound to you? Alright, I thought that might sound good. Wonderful. Well, let me just get this open then. There we go. Now don't worry, all of the ingredients in here are perfectly safe to all different types of cryptids. I make sure I don't use anything that's going to cause pain to creatures of the dark. I've formulated all of my different recipes for many, many, many years. Just as a human doctor has to know their stuff, so do I. So I'm just going to take this. I'm going to put one little drop in each eye, okay? Just one little drop. So, if you could just look up for me a little bit, okay? Just look up, look up. There we go. Now blink, 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 blink. That's the eye. Good, 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 good. Alright, and then let's get our drop in this eye, okay? Just one little drop. There we are. Okay, blink, 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 blink. Okay, good, good. That should feel rather instantly soothing, at least a little bit. Good, 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 good. Now, I would like you, this time, to follow my light, okay? Just follow the flame with your eyes a little while. See if that causes any sort of strain, or if it seems like it's been perhaps a bit less. Good, 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 good. Now, in a moment, I'm going to cover your eyes, and then when I take my hand away, I want you to just look at the flame as quickly as you can, alright? So I'll just move it around to different spots, tell you to focus on the flame. Okay, so close your eyes, please. Now find the flame. Good, 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 good. Now close your eyes and find the flame. Good, 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 good. Close your eyes and find the flame. Good, 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 good. Close your eyes and find the flame. Good, good, good. Now I'm going to just cover this one eye, alright? Just focus on the flame on this eye. Okay, good. Definitely seems to be tracking better. That's wonderful. If I pull it further back and closer. Good. Further back and closer. Excellent, excellent. And now the other side too, if you don't mind. Just going to cover up this eye here. Just focus on the candle there, alright? Just focus on the candle. Back and closer. Good, good. Focusing much easier, I think, the change in focus. Excellent. Good. Now, I would suggest just trying to stay away from light as much as you can, alright? The light of a candle, the flame, is not going to hurt, probably, but anything brighter, even like street lights, those sorts of things, could cause some irritation, okay? And if it seems like it's getting really bad, you can always try some red light therapy. It's just a nice way to soothe the eyes a little bit, okay? Now, let me show you. I have here just a lovely little red potion. Don't worry, you don't need this, but I'm going to just hold this in front of the flame, and it just gives a nice, soft light. You see that? Now I'd like you to just follow the light through the potion here, okay? Just follow the light through the potion. Good, good. That red light is going to help soothe your eyes a little bit. Good, good. Up and down, up and down. Now you can do red light therapy, of course, with actual red lights that you can buy, or you can just find a red object that's a bit translucent and put it in front of the light too, as long as it's not too close to start burning, of course. Now that you don't have your vision of premonition, you wouldn't be able to see that coming, so do be careful, right? Well, hopefully those eye drops will help to give you just a bit of an easier time for the next few days. Yeah. Why don't you take them with you, alright? I wouldn't use them more than twice a day, but twice a day should be just fine. Just one drop in each eye, and that should take away those premonitions. Don't use them for more than a week, though. If you're still experiencing strain at that time, please come back, we'll try something else. But I think, my friend, all you really need is a bit of a break from all the calamity in the world. Yes. I mean, creatures of the dark do often like some calamity, but not the type that's been around lately. Anyway, why don't you take those? I wish you some peaceful rest, and perhaps a lack of calamity visions. Alright. You come back if you ever need anything else, alright? Bye, dear. Ah, hello. Welcome in. My name is Dr. Isadora Wrenne. How can I help you today? Oh, I see. Strained vocal cords, you say? I'm sure that's rather common for goat people, right? You're rather associated with eerie bridges and abandoned roads and disembodied screeches in the night. Have there been more people lately near your place of residence? Ah, I see, yes. Unfortunately, the goat man has been gaining some popularity in the cryptid crowds, hasn't it? Well, for better or for worse, more popularity brings more people to your area. Have there been any sort of terrible accidents lately near your bridge? I see. Well, I'm sure you gave them fair warning. Mortals seem to be fascinated with creatures like you, at least some of them, although sometimes that fascination takes the place of common sense. So, your voice has felt a bit strained from all of the eerie screams you've had to do. I see. Well, if you would like, then I can just give you a nice, simple examination of your throat, your lymph nodes, the area in here, and see if we can see what the problem is, okay? I've got a few different tonics or things that could help as well. We'll get a pair of gloves on so we can do this properly. How long exactly has your throat been hurting you? Oh, that long? I wish you would have come in sooner. I see, yes. There are quite a few of you who prefer to take care of things on their own. Commendable, I suppose, but I would never want you to be in pain any more than you have to be. It's always okay to come in and ask for help, right? Alright, now that we've got the gloves, I'm just going to hold this up. Now, please open your mouth nice and wide for me, okay? I'm just going to place this on your tongue here. Just take a look down the throat there. Okay. I am seeing some signs of irritation, some inflammation, but I'm not seeing anything too alarming. does just look like it's a bit strained. The tonsils are a bit enlarged, definitely. Yes, could certainly be causing some soreness, but I'm not seeing anything too dangerous, I suppose. Now, if you would like, I could start out by just giving you a nice little massage on the outside of your throat around here. Sometimes when those tonsils and the lymph nodes are a little inflamed, just helping getting some blood circulation around can be very, very helpful. Okay, if you'll allow me, I'm just going to place my hands just around the neck area. Alright, of course if at any time I press too hard or you're uncomfortable, just give me a little bleat and I'll stop. Okay. There we are. Just going to gently massage around the throat here. Okay. I'm not feeling any large cysts or anything. That's a good sign. Maybe a bit of irritation with the lymph nodes too, but not anything too serious. Perhaps you just need a bit of a break from all of that eerie screaming. I know, it's your task to frighten off those who come looking for you. For their own good, really. You know, so many mortals have it wrong. They think that cryptids and paranormal creatures of the night, are out to harm humans, but often they're really just trying to warn of danger, foolishness. Is that feeling a bit better? Good. I'm glad to hear it. There we are. Is that feeling any better? Any more relaxed? Good. Very glad to hear that. Hopefully just getting that blood flowing will help ease some of the strain. But I do also have a tonic that should help too, okay? Right. Let's see. There we are. All made up for you. You would be surprised how many different cryptid creatures come in with a sore throat from screeching too much. I always make sure I have a few of these bottles on hand. This is a very soothing tonic. Don't worry, made only of ingredients that are safe for cryptids. Nothing dastardly and holy in any of these. I'm very, very careful to not have any sort of holy or radiant items anywhere in my facilities. But this should help to soothe your throat, cause any sort of inflammation to lessen, just overall give you some nice relief, okay? Just one sip at a time. You can use it every few hours. I would say perhaps every 3 hours if you need it, but try to wait every perhaps 4 to 5 hours if you can. It is very, very potent. Hopefully this will last you about a week. By then, if you also rest that lovely screech of yours, it should be feeling much better. I would really suggest perhaps trying to get some time away. Do you have any goatman friends who perhaps live in less trafficked areas, other abandoned bridge or dark, desolate roads? Right, perhaps it would be a nice time to pay them a visit, just for a little while. Hopefully, if the sightings go down, then the visitors will go down as well. Well, here you are. I sincerely hope that that helps soothe your throat. Now, if that doesn't work, you come back and we'll try something else, okay? But I think that and some rest should be all that you need. Alright, well, if you ever need anything else, please don't hesitate to come in. I'm always happy to help. I'll see you next time. Okay, should be enough of that, I think. Mercy Brown, as I live and breathe. Well, sort of. It is wonderful to see you, my dear Mercy. You know, I had actually heard from my contact in New England that it had been quite a while since you had been sighted around. I wasn't sure if you had just taken some time away or if something more nefarious had happened. There are quite a few more vampire hunters in the world these days. But I'm very glad to see you here. Now, is there something the matter? Something that old Isadora can help you with? A toothache? Well, that's no good. Is it one of your fangs? I'm sorry to hear that. When exactly did that start? Oh, after you got some bad blood. I'm so very sorry. Humans are so inconsiderate. With as awful as their diets have become, all of this added sugar in foods that doesn't need to be there, the artificial dyes, the artificial fillers, all kinds of things. It's awful for them. But of course it's also awful for you, isn't it? Those of the creatures that feed on the blood of humans. It can affect your diet as well. Rather inconsiderate. So this bad blood that you got, was it a human that was intoxicated, inebriated? Oh, vegan. I am so sorry. Yes, that can be quite a shock to the system. And your tooth pain started after that. Yes, I'm sure you had quite a stomachache. I'm very sorry. But the stomachache went away, but the toothache did not. Okay, well, I'd better take a look, alright? I'm just going to put on a pair of gloves. We'll see what's going on. Yes, it's okay. It's just rather an acquired taste, I suppose. Definitely not suitable for all vampires. Especially seeing as you are a bit lacking in iron in your blood. You need to make sure that your diet has plenty of iron. The essence of whatever the human eats passes on to you, after all. That's why vampires and other creatures that feed on blood do so, because it is the life essence of a thing. Humans really ought to take better care of themselves. No matter. We'll take a look, okay? Now, I'm just going to take out some little tools here. I'm just going to use this little mirror to look around and sort of move your tongue and the sides of your cheeks if I need to, okay? Alright. Now, if at any time I'm touching anything and it causes pain, please let me know. Okay, I'll try to be very, very careful. I'm sure it will be rather obvious which tooth it is that is bothering you. Right, open up nice and wide for me, darling. I see the fang on this side. Okay. Now, if I tap, I won't tap on that tooth, don't worry. But if I tap on this one, does that cause any sort of sensitivity? Good. It's usually a rather instant reaction when I do. And then the tooth on this side. Is that one okay? Okay, good. No irritation when I'm tapping around here. Good, alright, so it does look like it's just that fang there. Now the gums here, looks honestly not too bad. Actually looks like you do rather take pretty good care of your teeth and your mouth. That's good. That can be very difficult for a vampire, I understand. But it looks as though you've been doing a wonderful job. Okay. I'm afraid to tell you, I am going to need to just drill a little bit into that thing. It's alright. It's alright. I will numb the area first. I know vampires don't exactly experience pain the same way that humans do, but I will still numb the area to make sure that it's not going to cause any sort of discomfort. Then we'll just take care of that little cavity that's formed, and I'll put on a new cap for you, okay? It will be very, very quick. Seeing as it's magical, it's much faster than a normal dental procedure would be, but I'm just going to have to grab a few things, okay? Alright. Let's see here. Alright. There we are. Should have everything that we need here, okay? It shouldn't take too long, I promise. Now I'm just going to start out with a little bit of this paste. I'm going to put it on the gums and the mouth around the tooth, okay? So just open nice and wide for me. Tip your head back a bit if you can. Good, thank you. Just going to numb the area. Yes, it is. It's a bit minty. Good, I'm glad that's not uncomfortable. Mint is a rather gentle herb. There are other herbs, of course, that I would never dream of using here, but mint is rather okay for most. Alright, now comes the slightly uncomfortable bit, but I'll make it as quick as possible, okay? Alright, open up nice and wide for me, darling. You doing okay? Alright, good. Almost done. There. That should be it. As I said, it's very fast when it's magical. It looks like we've got all of the cavity out of there. Perfect. Now let me just get a new crown on there for you, okay? It's a nice pointy one, so it'll look just like a wing, don't worry. Alright. Just mixing up a bit of the additive here to help it stay in place. There we are. Alright, now once more, darling. Open up nice and wide for me, okay? Thank you. Let me done. There we are. Nice and snug. Perfect. How does that feel? Good. Does it feel nice and secure? You can touch it and wiggle it a little bit. It will take just a little while for that additive to really adhere, but it should be rather quick. Good, good. I'm glad that that feels secure. That should take care of the pain. Now, as the numbing solution that I put around it wears off, there may be some slight discomfort. I know vampires don't like to talk about that sort of thing, but if you do need anything, it's alright to take some human pain relievers, okay? Yes, just make sure you read the ingredients, but I'm sure it will be fine. Have you had to take some things like that before in your current state, Mercy? Alright, good. Now, as far as avoiding this sort of thing in the future, have you heard of a place, or a few places I suppose, called the Vampire Cafe? You've heard of it. Have you ever visited one? I see, you're right. It is a rather new idea. Humans and vampires actually working together to feed. Humans, willing humans, are thoroughly vetted to make sure that their diets are going to agree with you. And then you, as the vampire, get to meet some willing donors and to pick one to be their patron. And then you get to feed on them whenever it is that you need it. It's actually a wonderful arrangement. Makes sure that you get the blood that you need from a high quality human. And of course it makes sure that humans are not unsuspecting victims of vampires. Yes, I know. It is an idea that's not even as old as you, is it? But I really think that you could benefit from that. At least just now and then, checking it out. I know so many vampires who are so very thankful for the Blood Cafe. And I know it sort of takes the fun out of hunting humans, but it also allows you to really form a bond with someone. If you connect with your particular donor, it can be quite the experience. Or so I've heard. Alright, well, if you would like, which I would really suggest, you can stop at the desk on your way out and they will connect you with the closest blood cafe to your location, alright? There's one in New York, there's one in Chicago, there's a very old one in Boston. Those are probably the closest to you, but I think it could be quite beneficial for you. Alright, well, as long as you consider it, okay? Other than that, happy hunting, I suppose. If you need anything else, Mercy, you know where to find me. See you next time. Oh, Bigfoot. Hello, it is wonderful to see you. It's been a while, my friend. I'm so glad to see that you're all right. Oh, not all right. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. How exactly can I help you, my dear? Those cryptid hunters have been out in full force this summer, haven't they? I know, I keep seeing all kinds of reports of different run-ins. You must be dodging cameras and cryptid hunters all the time, haven't you? Well, for better or for worse, you are one of the most famous cryptids, aren't you? For worse. Understandable, my friend. I know that you really are just a gentle giant who would like to live undisturbed, but humans have other ideas about that sort of thing. Well, it does look as though you've got some tangles in your fur here. Is that what you came in for today? Yes, of course. Would you like me to do a flea check while I'm brushing? Okay, of course. No. I'm sure that you keep yourself plenty clean. Just, when you're having to run through brambles and low-hanging branches and all of that sort of thing, it can, of course, cause any number of hardships. Yes, and perhaps something for energy too. Keep you light on those very large feet of yours so that no one gets that coveted picture. Although honestly nowadays the humans have so many different ways of fabricating pictures that even if someone were to get a picture of you, would anyone actually believe them? Who knows? Anyway, let me put this away. And we'll take a look at this lovely fur of yours, shall we? Okay. It's okay if you don't want to do this, but it might be easiest if I just give you a little bit of a trim, just a little bit, especially around the face hair. I think it would actually help quite a lot with the all of the tangles and things. And then it should also help you escape a bit quicker in the future. I know. I will make sure that we frame it to your face, okay? Keep that rugged, mountainy look to you. And in fact, we'll just use my little trimmers here, alright? It's just a very simple, rather old-fashioned tool, so that I don't take off too much, okay? Alright, well, let's start with some detangling. We'll see where we are, and then we'll go in for a bit of a trim too. Okay. Oh yeah? This is my special detangler. It should help to just condition these lovely locks of yours. Make them a bit easier to brush out, okay? Alright, close your eyes for a moment, darling. There we are. Should be good. Then just a nice brushing through, okay? We'll start with this nice soft bristle one. Move on to more of a fine comb if we need it. But this one we'll make sure that nothing pulls too terribly much. Alright. Just try to hold nice and still for me, darling. There we go. Just going to brush out what I can there. Move over to the side a little bit if that's alright. There we go. Definitely some brambles and things too, isn't there? It's alright, darling. There we go. Good. That detangler spray is quite magical. Helps quite a lot. There we go. Definitely looking better on this side. Good. Alright. Over to the other side now, darling. Just hold nice and still for me again. Let's see what we can do here. Okay. Not pulling too much, am I? But trying to be attentive, of course, but I just want to make sure. Okay. Right, I was actually able to get your tangles out, but I could still give you just the slightest bit of a trim, just to make sure that you don't get any sort of brambles or things stuck next time you have to dash through the trees. Okay. Not too much, I promise. Just a little bit on either side, okay? Just hold nice and still for me, darling. Good, good. Would you say that there has been an influx in cryptid hunters in the past few years? Yes, I think so too. I've had quite a few patients that have had run-ins with people, especially over the past, well, several months or so. Perhaps it's because it's the summertime, but whatever it is, it's rather annoying. If only humans could learn to leave well enough alone. They've always got to uncover the truth, though, haven't they? I suppose in some ways that's admirable. If only they applied it to politics too. There we go. Just a little bit on this side. It's mostly the other side that was looking a bit long, but Just get this nice and even here. There we go. Don't worry. Still keeping the bulk of the length. Just trimming off these ends so they'll stay a bit more behaved. There. That looks just a bit more polished. And hopefully will help with speedy escapes through the woods. I know you are very, very quick on your feet, of course, but nothing like a clean cut to make sure that everything just feels nice and fresh and light. Good. Well, it's wonderful to see you, my friend. I'm glad that you're still out there, protecting yourself and your family from all those pesky cryptid hunters. I hope that you get a little bit of relief. Hopefully, when the air starts to turn a bit cooler and the winter sets in, you'll be able to actually hibernate this year. Well, here's hoping anyway. Of course, if you ever need anything else, you or your family, you know where to find me, darling. Alright, I'll see you next time.